like this. This is Friday night, hangout, creating our stories, piece by piece, exploring limitless opportunities, illuminate our path, amplify our impact. Oh, it's Friday night hangout. Ooh, it's Friday night hangout.
Hey, hello, everyone, and welcome to another exciting episode of Friday Night Hangout. Woo! I'm really excited to welcome you to our first edition this second half of 2025. And what an exciting way to start this new month and also the second half of the year. We have a very interesting conversation tonight. Please, if you're joining in, let us know where you're joining in from. And don't forget to use the hashtag Thank God It's Friday Night, hashtag TGIF, and let us know where you are joining in from. So tonight we have a very interesting guest. We have a very, very interesting guest. Her name is Barrister Ebere Ifendo. We're going to be bringing her on stage shortly. She's the National Chair of the Women's Political Participation Technical Working Group and also the President of Women in Politics Forum. You know, we're in a season. Something is happening today, tomorrow, across the 6 geopolitical zones of Nigeria that you and I need to pay close attention to. Whether you're a woman, you're a man, this interests you and you need to pay rapt attention. And I've brought on board a very interesting guest who would help us to unpack what is happening. Currently, the Senate committee is they're having a public hearing. You know, we're trying to review the constitution, and they're having a public hearing across the 6 geopolitical zones. And one of the key proposals before this for the public hearing is a reserved seat for women. We're going to bring on a special guest. Can we have a special guest join us in? Beautiful. Please join me in welcoming our special guest tonight, Barrister Ebere Ifendo, the National Chair, Women's Political Participation Technical Working Group, and also the President, Women in Politics Forum. Welcome. I call her one name why. Welcome, my dear sister. Welcome.
Thank you very much, Prof. I'm very
It's
excited
really
to be here.
I'm even more excited to have you because it's not every day we have you in the cold city. Can you tell us what has brought you to this amazing cold city of Enugu State?
Yeah, thank you very much. I'm in Enugu State for the Senate public hearing. It's taking place across the 6 geopolitical zones from today to tomorrow. That's 4th and 5th of July. As a consultant to the Senate Committee on Constitution Amendment and also an interested party in one of the issues that we have raised, that we want the Constitution to be amended to accommodate special seats for women. So for me, I started to be in Enugu, and most especially because we want our Southeast senators to fully endorse the bill, and I'm excited because yes, they have endorsed the bill. This special seat bill actually is a reserved seat for women. For politicians, you will understand that we have tried it several ways to see that we get opportunity to contest and win. But because of certain challenges like patriarchy, like religion, like lack of internal party democracy, like finance and every other thing, we've not been able to make a reasonable headway. Who will believe that in Nigeria that we have only 18 women in the House of Representatives? Are we talking about Senate that we have just 4 women? And then at the state assembly level, you will expect that we'll do better there. And we are just 54 of us. So this is, a special seat that's going to be intentional to create spaces for women. So that's why we are here to, present our bill to the Senate and to get the buy-in of all the stakeholders, from the legislators to the governors to traditional leaders to the party executive, and to us as women to own the bill and accept that this bill is our bill. And so that's why
Beautiful.
I'm in Enugu. We started off
Beautiful.
today very well. It was very exciting for me. And I will tell you without missing words that our bill turned out to be the most accepted bill that was
Beautiful.
presented today. We had the
Beautiful.
support of the legislators, and they spoke up, to give us the necessary support. The support of traditional rulers, the support of women themselves. When I got into the hall and saw the number of women that came to support their bill, it was just wonderful for me. So we are doing
Amazing.
things
Amazing.
differently, and we are hoping that we'll make a headway. Thank you.
Amazing. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Barrister Barrett. This is really interesting. You know, when you were saying 4 women in the Senate, let's put a contest to it. 4 women out of how many?
Four women out of for the Senate is
Yes.
106.
Beautiful. So we just have 4 women. I want us to begin to
Yeah,
understand the situation. So when we talk about
yeah.
the reserved seats for women, we're talking about this
And the
reserved
state
seats.
assembly, you will not believe it, is 993. And we just have 54 women across the country, with 14 states not having a single woman in the state assembly.
Wow. So it's
Yeah,
important it's important we have this context and background so that when we are talking about the special seats or the reserved seat for women, you understand why. Now let's go in a little bit to, I know it's a lot, but can you in the next maybe 2-3 minutes just like unpack what the reserved seat for women really mean for those who are here, who are just hearing it for the first time, who is wondering what is this bill? I'm just in reserved seat for women, reserved seat for women. What really is
yeah.
this bill talking about?
Okay, so this bill is aimed, to address the chronic inequality and another presentation of women in politics. So the bill actually, will alter the constitution, the 1999 constitution as amended, and it will seek to increase the number of women in Nigeria's national and state assemblies. And this bill will introduce special constituencies to be contested only by women. So all the political parties will field women to fill up the special constituencies. So whoever wins, whoever is contesting under that constituency must be a woman. So that's what the special seat is about. It will create about 37 extra seats for women at the Senate level, the same 37 at the House of Representatives, and then it will create spaces for 3 women, extra from each senatorial zone to be at the state assembly. So that means we are increasing our numbers, our representation at the parliament, both at the national and the state assembly. The beautiful thing this bill is talking about is these seats will only be contested by women. And it will
Beautiful.
mean that whoever wins that election will be a woman.
Beautiful. Thank you. I just love this. Now, let's also expand our understanding of this bill. Now, does it in any way take away this other seats? Can a woman decide, okay, I'm not going for this reserved seat, but I want to contest through the normal route? Can a woman do that?
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. So this bill is not seeking to alter what we have presently. All the seats that we have presently will be there. But what will happen is that women will contest that seat if they want to contest that seat. But for the special seat, only women will contest it. So this special seat bill is not taking away any seat from the men, but it's also creating an opportunity for some women who can muzzle it out to contest the original seats and get into parliament. But the special seats will be there for only women to contest. So I don't know if you understand what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to say that the normal seats as we have today, presently in parliament,
Okay.
we it's creating a space for extra women. That is, sorry about that. For us, the present seat as it is will accommodate women and men. Nobody is stopping any woman from contesting the normal seats. But The special seat is specifically for only women. Yeah.
What you're saying is that the reserve seat really is seeking for additional seats,
So it's
right?
an additional
That will be
seat, yes.
contested by only women.
Only
Now it
women, only women.
beautiful,
Mhm.
beautiful. So I hope you're getting that. Now the question that may be on the on the lips, on the mind of an average Nigerian is like, what's my business with that? Why should I be bothered if there are special seats? If women are not represented, why should I be bothered? So why should we take an interest, and why should we support this bill? What does it mean to an average Nigerian, either male or female?
Well, yeah, you see, there can't be democracy without inclusion. That's on the one part. Secondly, we are talking about other countries of the world where there is development. Go to every country that there is development, you will find that women are participating in governance. Now, I will take us back to the COVID time. The COVID time, there was statistics that, that was released. You can Google it online. I didn't manufacture it. It said that all the countries that had women as leaders did very well in managing COVID. It also means that we are going to get more issues that affect us being taken care of: health, education, agriculture, and then small scale businesses. So you see, it's because women are not involved. I will give another example. In some countries where they have this affirmative action, because this is also a kind of affirmative action, so where they have it already, in those places like Kenya, they have devised a way of making sure that young girls do not leave school when they are having their menstrual cycle. Because what they have done is, it was raised by a female legislator. What they did was to provide free sanitary towels to schools where young girls will access it. Initially, girls will keep away for as long as they are having their periods. So it is important for us to even increase our GDP. So Nigeria will benefit more than even women themselves, because we are going to bring in our expertise. We are going to bring in our knowledge. We are going to also bring in, that empathy that we are bestowed, that God has given to Nigerian women, to women generally, not Nigerian women. Yeah. So it is important for everyone to support this bill. We are talking about girl child education. We are talking about ending trafficking. We are talking about ending a lot of things concerning women. Who will do it for us? No one can speak for us better than us. So I think it's for Nigerian government to adopt this. But I think, honestly, we are making a headway, because from reports coming from all the 6 zones, we have just received reports that in every zone they adopted inclusion. So it means that we are now conscious of it. We want to get women involved. We want to deliver Nigeria from where we are today, where our economy is not what it should be, where people are suffering, both men and women. It's not about women here, it's about the country, it's about everyone, including our children. So we want a better future, then we have to get women involved.
Thank you so much. I love the bit where you gave us some statistics that during COVID, when we looked at countries that better managed COVID, you will look at countries that were led by women. Now,
Yeah.
this is also very interesting because empirical data has also shown that the status of women in any country is directly linked to the level of development within that country. And I always like to use this analogy of a bird. I've never seen any bird that flies and soars on just one wing. So you have the
Yeah.
male component, you have the female component. We have our own, peculiarities and uniqueness that we bring to the table. So if we're
Yeah.
talking about sustainable human development, if we're talking about progression, then we need to bring both male and female to the table where we all contribute our own quota. And
Yeah.
interestingly, there is the recent global gender gap report that came
Mhm.
out, and Nigeria ranks 143rd, yeah, out of 144 countries in the
Yeah.
world in women's political participation. So right now we have degenerated. We used to be, I think about in about 2018, 2019 or so, we used to be, I think, 117 or thereabout. But right now, we are, you know, when you have 144 in a class and then you come 143, what is it? Failure. It's like if your child that you sent to school with your hard-earned money comes back home and brings a report card. Oh, mom, and we're 144 in a class and I came 143. You say, what is happening to you? And that's what we need to be asking Nigeria. What is happening to Nigeria? And it's not far-fetched. The status of women in the country is deplorable. So if we need to
Yeah.
fix our growth, if we need to fix things in Nigeria, we need to start looking inwards. And that's what we want to do with the reserved seats for women bill. Now, what do we need to do, in your own opinion? Now, the public hearing is happening today, is happening tomorrow. Beyond these public hearings, what do we need to do to create awareness? What can we as individuals do?
I think we started off very well because before getting to the public hearing, we started a lot of advocacy. We, took it to the grassroots. We collected signatories, people endorsing, and then we created awareness with the traditional leaders, religious leaders, different women groups. Everyone started, to understand what the special seed bill is about. For me, now that we have finished the public hearing, that's the Senate, we're going to be working towards the House of Representatives public hearing. Theirs is going to, go down more because in every state they are going to have two venues. So it's going to get to the grassroots more. And then after that, we'll have to continue our conversations with the senators and with the members of House of Representatives, including governors and state legislators. This is because even when the bill is passed at the national level, we'll still be needing 24 states to endorse it because before it becomes a law. So we are going to increase, our mobilization on, getting more women to speak about it, more women to understand it. We need to increase our advocacy. And most importantly, is for us to network more with all our partners. It's important that we speak in one voice, and it's important that we reach out to our legislators. For us as Women in Politics Forum, we launched what we call the Gov Engage. That Gov Engage gave us access, I mean the public, everyone, the access to reach out to their legislators directly, either by text message or by email, or WhatsApp. So we are going to start engaging one-on-one with our legislators. So if you have your legislator, come back, for constituency meetings. This is the time for every woman to go to them to say, please, sir, this bill before you is for Nigerian women. And I, as an individual, endorse it. And you get your traditional ruler to also endorse it. So we are going to be increasing our visibility. We are going to, use avenues like what we have today. This is a huge avenue for us because the Friday night live for Professor Joy Onyesoh is a big platform. So this platform that we are using tonight, I will ask Prof, please, for a long time, give different women, this platform to come and speak about the special seeds bill. People are watching us now as we speak all over the world. So the message is going even further than we think. So I thank you very well. Sorry, thank you very much for this Friday hangout. It's important, we use platforms like yours to talk about our issues. So networking, advocacy, one-on-one contact, and then we need the media. We need the media because if we say things behind and the media, they are not there to take it out, it will become a big problem for us. Nobody will listen to us. So we can't do a lot without the media. So for me, this is an opportunity for every one of us to re-strategize, to understand the bill, and to take it out to the public.
Beautiful. Thank you so much. You said it. You said it so well, and I'm committed. In fact, before you even made this request, I was telling some members of my team that we're going to dedicate the whole of July and some part of August to just having conversations on the reserved seats for women, because we need everyone to understand what it is. We need to take questions, and that brings me to one question, maybe two, is maybe one in two questions, right? Um, how can we work with men on this, the everyday man? How can we bring him in on this to support? Because like you said, we need 24 states to support this for it to become
Yeah.
really, something that we adopted in Nigeria. So, and there's this fear, when you walk on the ground, and you work with men, there's always this fear that women are mobilizing to push them away, or women are mobilizing
Mm,
to become the head. So what is the
mm.
message to men? And then the next question, again, you can take them as one, is how can we be inclusive in terms of bringing young women on board? How can we make the young men recognize that we need them, they need us, and we can work together? So I would love to, for you to take us through that.
Okay, so we are working, with men that we call the he for she's. I mean, every man is interested in the future of his daughter. Okay, if I'm not going to talk about his wife, let me talk about his daughter. So, how will that your daughter, get into politics? How will that your daughter get into governance if this special seat is not there? We have seen all the challenges, even with people with so much money. There are other obstacles. But if we have this as legislation, that the constitution says there are seats reserved especially for women, it means that it's bringing it closer to everyone to be able to participate. So we are not doing this because we want to push men out. We can really not push them out. The men are our strongest allies. See, if the men come up to speak for us, people will listen more. And that's why we are deliberate about going to men, going to have the he for she's support us. I tell you something significant that happened today. A traditional ruler spoke on behalf of Nigerian women, adopting and endorsing the special seats. And it's not just that. At the Senate level, the sponsor of the bill is a man, Senator Mongono. So it's not that they are afraid that we will take over and push them. No, we are not pushing them anywhere. We are working side by side. They are our men, they are our sons, they are our husbands, they are our friends. So why would we push them out? This is the reason we are asking for special seats. This reserved seat will help women, you know, have their own parts, and then the normal seats, the traditional seats will still be there. We are not pushing any man away. After all, we have been voting for them. Without our votes, can they be there? So we just want to work in partnership with them. Coming to the young people, for me as the president of Women in Politics, first thing I did was to look at all the challenges, affecting women. And I discovered that it was because of most times lack of capacity. And then people just jump into politics without getting the grasp of what is expected from them. So what did I do? I set up an academy for young women. And today, my academy, as we say it, today we have senior special assistants to governor. We have someone that contested and won as a vice chair in Kogi State. We have in Plateau State, and in Borno State. So if we are grooming women, we are grooming them to participate in politics, and we are grooming them to understand the rudiments of politics. We embrace the young people and we teach them what it means to be in politics. And we are making a huge success out of it. So yes, we work with women, we work with the youth, and we work with persons with disabilities, and we are making it possible for every one of us to work together and build the nation together. That's what we are doing. So yes, everyone is on board, both persons with disabilities, both and I mean the women and the young women. That's what it is.
Beautiful, beautiful, amazing. So there is something for everyone. This reserve seat
Yes,
is not
definitely.
just for women, it's for everyone.
Definitely,
And
yes.
you know why we're so
Yes.
particular about representation? In our representation determines who speaks for you, determines what kind of policies come up, determines how much you buy things. determines the taxes you pay. So really, everyone should take an interest in representation, because these are the people
That's
we're
correct.
going to vote for, who will go there and speak for us where our voices cannot be heard. They will help to
Yeah.
amplify our voices. So it matters. It determines a whole lot of things, and that's why you and I need to take an interest. And like Barrister Bere said, everyone is welcome on board. We're going to work with everyone, and we need you to do your own part. When you understand the bill, tell someone. Tell your brother, tell your son, tell your husband, tell your father, tell your sister, tell everyone. We just need to start talking about it and make sure that we have a bill that, represents all of us, and we can hold whoever it is accountable. Because gone are those days when everything goes. This is a time for accountability. Now, I beg you to just stay with us. We're going to take a very short break. We just want to take a very short break. We're going to be back and we hear the final words from Barrister Barry. Stay with us. Do not go anywhere. We're right here with you. Okay, so welcome back, welcome back. That was just an amazing short break on the She Speaks Summit. We just concluded the 8th edition and the 7th anniversary of She Speaks Summit on empowering women, empowering communities. It's just what we're talking about. That when we empower women, we empower communities. And I just thought to share that highlight with you. And if you're interested in knowing more about how to empower women, or you want to belong to a tribe of women who are so committed to their growth, to holding each other accountable, and sharing resources and all of that, then you want to be in the She Speaks Summit tribe. You can just send a message to the phone number in the comment section and we'll give you more information, because registration for 2026 She Speaks Summit is on. And so I'm going to go back to my sister Barrister Ebere Ifendu as we prepare to wrap up the session tonight. And Barrister Ebere, now, we've heard all of this, we've heard about the reserve seat bill, what we can do, who we're working with, the benefits. You've told us really the next steps, what we need to be doing. And so I'll ask you, your final words, what do you think we should be doing in the now, and then any other final words you have as we wrap up this program. Please, can you unmute? Please, can you unmute? Thank you.
Yes, thank you very much, Prof. I think what we need to do more is to continue with our advocacy. We have reached a point where we'll try to get everyone involved. So everyone will have to, step up on advocacy. We have to get more legislators to endorse the bill. We also have to mobilize a critical mass of young people, women, including the market women, including the youth, including the persons with disabilities. We need young men also to take this crusade. So I think what we need is to get everyone involved and then work towards the national public hearing. And then on the day that the bill will be, voted by the parliament, by the National Assembly, and we need to have our people come out also to support it. We need to show strength. We need to claim ownership and make sure that this bill, is what we sing. And, like we sing the national anthem and the women's anthem. It should just be what we are talking about from now till October, when the voting will take place. So, but I think we started very well. And I'm excited that everyone is, involved. And so this is what I'll just ask, that please, we need more of participation. We need everyone to come on board. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Barrister Berry Fendo, National Chair, Women Political Participation, Technical Working Group, and President, Women in Politics Forum. Thank you so much for sharing your time. I know today has been a very busy day for you because of the public hearing, and we just caught you. You're just coming in and we said, we're getting you right here. Thank you so much for saying yes. And to everyone who joined in or who is watching this replay, please spread the message. We need everyone on board. And like I said earlier on, we're going to dedicate the next series and the next few weeks to having conversations on the reserve bill. So next week you can expect another amazing speaker, a guest who is going to come to this show and also share her own perspective. And this is not going to be only female. We're also going to bring on board some he for she's who are going to come here and tell us why they are supporting this bill, because we need to spread this message. So please share this message, tell someone to tell someone, and continue spreading the gospel. Thank you so much for joining us, and I look forward to seeing you next week. In the meantime, enjoy your weekend. It's Friday night hangout. See you next week Friday. Bye for now.
Are you feeling stuck in your business, professional or personal life? Or are you struggling to find purpose and direction? Imagine having a clear sense of direction, achieving your goals, and living a fulfilling life. Joy Onyesoh Coaching Consult is here to help you. We will work with you to identify your strengths, overcome obstacles, and develop a personalized plan to achieve your dreams. With our coaching and consulting services, you will gain clarity, confidence, and the tools you need to succeed. Do not let fear, lack of clarity, or doubt hold you back any longer. Take the first step towards achieving your goals and living your best life. Contact Joy Onyesoh Coaching Consult today. Joy Onyesoh Coaching Consult, empowering you to reach your full potential. Call, SMS, or WhatsApp +234 704 229 1171. Or you can visit our website www.joyonyesohcoachingconsult.com.